Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Australian Survivor Brains v Brawn 2 episode Deuce 22 in the chamber. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined as most of the time by Eden Porter. You can find him at Eden Porter 1 on the things because that's how we talk Australian Survivor with that hashtag, in addition to the @ because we know your little workarounds, Elon. We're paying attention.
Elon. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Wow. Shots fired.
The stream just goes down. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know what? Let's start with this. Of course, the champ is here. We all know.
The champ is here. The champ is here. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Still, you had your title defense. It's going well.
I did have a title defense. I had the latest Japanese superstar to come to Revolution Wrestling Authority as he entered the ring. The ring announcer nutted him with the ropes, and I just hit the shit out of him with the belt and then pinned him, and we were good.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah. So I have my next title defense is May 18th in Boca Raton. I'm defending against Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze. What the fuck,
man? These title shots are coming thick and fast, man.
Did you have money on Jonny Fairplay versus Prince Pretty
for the championship? No, I did not. That was not on my bingo card.
Yeah. So this you briefly mentioned before we went live. Nice Bret Hart. This is a Bret Hart WCW shirt.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Ugh.
So you know it's good.
I don't think good's the word you're looking for.
Is that before or after Goldberg mule kicked him in the neck?
I got this before. Yeah. I feel like there was no reason to have a Bret Hart. I don't feel like there was a reason for WCW to even make a Bret Hart shirt based on his the way he was booked.
Yeah, well, exactly. I know.
Holy moly! I mean, just talk about getting some vendettas done. I mean, it's funny if you watch Wrestling with Shadows, one of the greatest documentaries of all time, other than the King of Kong, of course. Bret really doesn't want to leave.
No, he doesn't,
and he's right. He is 1,000% right, because nothing good happens in the Hart family after that.
No, it's all downhill from there, isn't it? Poor Hearts.
When did the Hart the night of the screw job? Did the Harts become the Von Erichs? Is that what?
Oh, the curse passed on.
Maybe. I think so. Yeah,
maybe.
Fucking Montreal.
How good is the Hart Foundation as a stable name?
Oh yeah, So as a tag team, they weren't my favorite. I mean, I do the Bret Hart heart attack sit out clothesline in my matches, of course. But like I was I don't know. I kind of like the Orient Express, Power and Glory were fun.
Oh yeah.
Never really a fan of the Rockers. I just don't like the good guys.
What about the Natural Disasters?
Going into the Hall of I love the Natural Disasters. So,
yeah,
I mean,
so
any way to repackage Tugboat, I think.
Tugboat!
Yeah.
That's back in my day. Tugboat, yeah. Earthquake and Tugboat. Love it.
So I wanted to do a giveaway today. Okay. But this is for Americans only, because I just don't feel like shipping anything to you guys. Oh, I mean, based on your new tariffs and all. It's just who has the budget?
Thanks, Trump. We can't get Jonny Fairplay giveaways because of your tariffs.
Yeah, but Americans can, and I'm giving away. So I have a mock hat of my own. This was given to me by a fan in Australia. And I was just like, I already have one. And they're like, well, so do I. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? Let me see that someone else can have one.
So good.
So this is brand new, unworn mock hat, which for those of you that watched Titans v Rebels, which everyone should have.
Everyone should have by now.
The Rebels are here.
The rebels are coming. The rebels are coming.
Okay, so 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 I was trying to figure out a way to give away this hat, and as I said, Americans only. I'm sorry, I love you, Australia, and I might be back sooner than expected. What the fuck? June 22nd, Australia be the world? Stop it.
Yeah, did that come out on official channels, or was that's just out there in the world?
It
I didn't see
came
it.
they announced the winner of Survivor South Africa. That's going to be, I don't know. Somehow it's out, and apparently it's official.
Yeah, mate.
So
It's just around the corner, really.
did they not run the commercial last night, or are they saving it for next week?
No, they haven't run it yet.
Okay.
I just haven't seen anything official. I've just
Yeah.
read it all everywhere else. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it
Well,
official.
I guess the commercial's coming out next week.
Yeah, probably.
And with the commercial,
they'll finish this. It seems crazy that they won't finish this and then go, "Hey, but we got more Survivor coming." Bang, bang, bang at the end of this. They'll probably do like a little tease in the finale.
Yeah. So there is a commercial, and I guess it's finale week. I don't know if it's going to be the actual finale. Anyway, it's going to be one of those. So here's how we can give away this hat for Americans only, even though I love you, Australia. I have two buffs, and they are shockingly both still in the game, and I think both of them are really destroyed their games tonight. But who's to say? I have a signed Miles Brains buff and a signed AJ Brawn buff. I have eBay auctions. We're raising money for an animal shelter here down the road from me. And the links are in the show notes. So to win one of these buffs, share on the social medias that the eBay auctions, put it out there, put it in the Facebook groups. There's the Tribe Has Spoken to Facebook group. There's the Australian Survivor Facebook group. There's Twitter. There's Blue Sky. There's Instagram. Share with the link and send me a screenshot. The best way to hit me up is Instagram. It's at Jonny Fairplay. Send me a screenshot, and I'm just going to pick a random winner, and I'll send you a hat. I'll also send you I'll send you some Jonny Fairplay autograph, a King George autograph, and maybe you know what? How about an Eden autograph?
Yeah,
I got.
How about that? You got a little bit of everything.
So it's an easy way to win something. So, but as I said, if it did not cost $300 Australian, which is $8 American, I would ship there, but I just can't. It's not in the budget. It's not in the cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So episode 22. We're 8 minutes in. Let's chat up. The episode begins with beautiful sunrise imagery, possibly one of the best drone shots in the history of Australian Survivor.
The color was amazing. The color that was popping. Yeah, it was like purples and pinks. It was great.
Yeah. It's very similar to what we have in the background here, but the exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
It was purple and pink and awesome. And this is just fucking blue. So, well, guess what? Zara is up. She is perky and chipper and ready to go balls to the wall. Did not expect Zara to go, but I don't think of balls when I think of Zara. What about
Zara? You? Yeah, exactly. Well, she hasn't. She's not like Caro last season, who tends to drop a few F-bombs and things like that. So Zara hasn't really. It's just not all about the balls. So it came as a shock to me as well. Zara's balls. So
all right, I got a cat telling me he wants in, but when we talk community challenge, I'll let you.
Talk through it. Yeah, good.
So, well, Zara the soothsayer believes that the postgraduates will break at 5, and I'm like, you might be onto something. Yeah, Miles is up now, and he wants AJ, and I'm like, nope, this is not what I want. This is, I don't. How do you feel the pulse of the Australian Survivor community is right now, player love wise? Like, who I know, Mother and Queen was Logan, but post Sweet Logan, has Miles won them over? And if he did tonight ruin that?
I think Miles is definitely in the zeitgeist of people are getting behind him, and he has had a bit of an underdog edit the whole way through. Now he's been on top for a while. People aren't loving that as much, but I think if everyone left, there's definitely a large portion on board with Miles. But suddenly, this whole wheel has turned on Kalen as well. Kalen hasn't done anything, but after his 6th immunity win and him still being nice to everyone and wanting to be on side with everyone, there's a small minority that are very much on board with him winning as well now, which is
I think
interesting.
they just like the disheveled look. I mean, he literally looks like a guy at like 9 a.m. still awake from the night before, searching for crumbs on the I'm not talking he's hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, like this guy has got like there was a swagger and a confidence and just an air of chillness that is fucking gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I know. And it's funny. So I think that's where everyone's looking at the moment. Zara, obviously being the only girl left now, there is still a mother push for her of like, yep, she's doing her own thing. Yes, she can't be told what to do. But everyone doesn't. No one's on board with AJ. I think everyone knows that AJ is playing a really good game, but I think everyone assumes that AJ is going to get cut before the final.
See,
That's what
I've been, other than the 1 to
couple of
2
weeks,
weeks
yeah.
dum at it, I've been team AJ this whole time. I
Mm.
just he's my kind of player.
Yeah, it's interesting as well because he's obviously made this connection with Kalen, and what he's done is he's done that classic thing where you found someone that thinks they can beat you, and you think you can beat them because he's got in Kalen's ear. He's like, you know what, you and me going against each other, it's going to be great. You've got a different story to me. I've got this story. I think in AJ's head, he's like, I will smoke this guy in Final Tribal Council.
Yeah.
And in Kalen's head, he's like, no, I've played an honorable game. I haven't annoyed anyone. I've won all these immunities.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can beat AJ at the end. And he's got him thinking that Miles is the enemy as well. So those two working together and getting to the end, I don't know. That would be a really interesting final two. I think an AJ Miles final two would be epic. I think that would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
awesome. I think that
So,
would be
and
really fun.
Miles has won me over. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
like
that's good.
yeah. Yeah, so, but, and I don't hate Zara, which, I feel like I was there, so that's good.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think that they don't have that classic like super goat player still in the game. That's just like, and that was your, unfortunately, that was your Morgan. There's someone
Yeah.
that just gets dragged into the end, and she's just going to get steamrolled by anyone, and she's got nothing to say. All of these players left in the game have a pitch and have a story that they can tell in the final Tribal Council, which I think will be interesting. So I think if nothing else, the final Tribal Council should be interesting.
Yeah. So, well, Miles to Zara, can you imagine the jury's face when I take out AJ at 5?
Yeah.
Wrong
Don't
verbiage.
say it like that. You did wrong verbiage, mate. Wrong
R
verbiage.
So, I'm just like, "Man, as good as this
Oh,
guy is, sometimes
he
he
just
that."
says, yeah, he does it. He's done it a few times throughout the
Yeah.
season where he just says something and people look at him going like, hang on, is that what you really mean? Um, where he's just lays his cards out a little too, he just gets too excited, I think. He's like, oh, it is, and he just gets that verbal diarrhea.
Yeah.
Did you like the little bit of B-roll, the little bit of jungle rat B-roll they
Oh,
found?
yeah. Well, because the rice is so properly protected that when you come back from tribal, it's still edible and there's no rats licking on
Rats.
it or dropping
Yeah.
feces.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they like
Well,
that. They found that. They found that B-roll. It's good.
yes. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Miles thinks Zara is an easy final 2 win.
Mm.
Maybe. Miles, yeah, I think based on jury reads, they're not in love with Zara. I think of everyone left at this point, I think Kate beats Zara.
I think Kate. I actually think the jury would have got behind Kate. I
Yeah,
actually think that Kate does way better in the final, especially if she wins a couple more of these last immunity challenges. I think she's one of those people that everyone's like, "Oh man, the graduate steamrolled everyone," but there's this one person left
yeah.
that's getting all the way through. It's yeah. I actually think they would have come on board. I don't think.
She could have shit the bed on her final jury speeches, though.
Oh yeah, and obviously not being a huge fan of the show and not really understanding. It could have been a Lee situation from season 1 where he doesn't quite understand what he should be doing in Final Tribal Council. But the other thing that I found really interesting is I'm not convinced that everyone on the jury is super pro Miles as well.
I think whoever's there at the end, they're earning it at the end. I think each question is important.
Yeah.
And answer and check your ego and answer correctly. Own what you need to own to the people you need to own it to, and kiss ass to the people that you need to kiss ass to.
Yeah. Because, okay, what about this situation? What about a Zara Kaylin final 2? So they obviously they get rid of the 2 boys that have their big threats, and then there's those 2 left. I actually think Zara's got a good chance against Kaylin. I think she could really target the fact and turn his immunity wins into a negative and say he never had to fight in this game. Yeah. He was always safe. He just won challenges. That was all he sort of did and was just nice to people. Whereas I had to scrap and fight and I did this, and this. I think Zara could beat Kaylin.
I think Kaylin leans in on his immunity wins and no one's here for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I completely agree.
And then Kara outing him, going, "You literally did nothing and skated on those wins," and he just sits there, mouth agape, and it's just like, "All right, so I guess we vote."
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what's your final thing to say, Kaylin? I hate strat chats. Is that who else hates strat chats? Raise your you guys, you're into that, huh? Yeah, I remember you guys talking about it when I didn't want to talk about it. So yeah, there's all that. Let's see. AJ is now awake, and Miles tells AJ, "Hey, it's the Kaylin vote tonight because heaven forbid the postgraduates just go one more vote together." And so Zara pulls AJ for a quick strat chat, as we were just referring to, and just trying to have open conversation. AJ dictates to Zara what exactly is going on. It's Kaylin. There's no one else but Kaylin. It can't be anyone else but Kaylin. And even saying another name right now makes you look stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it was full on.
This scared me. I was just like, holy shit. I was just like, I need something that says something different in this episode, because this right here is, hey, I'm going home. Did anyone catch where I said I was going home by knowing that I'm not going home?
Go home. Yeah, you gotta hate that. AJ also says at one point, Miles is playing a smaller version of his game.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a very interesting. It's an interesting, like that really is. I feel like it's how AJ feels, that even though Miles is getting a lot of attention, he's just played the lesser game to him, and he's been the one really in control. And it's
Miles admits that.
Yeah.
Not on the show, but in real life, like, you know, I was hanging out with maybe I should share the picture. See.
Yeah, and it's funny because that's not sort of how it's portrayed in the edit. Hey, look at
there we go.
Gang.
So yeah, no, Miles, as I said, I don't know. I don't remember it being so much on the show, but he was just like, he was just like the AJ was the plan maker, and you know, and he was, you know, he had his stuff too, but AJ's the guy.
Yeah, I just think AJ managed to make more connect. Like, I don't feel like anyone really connected with Miles, or the people that did connect with him ended up going home. Like your Lauras and stuff that had built a little bit of something with Miles ended up going home. Some of the other guys that ended up getting shafted had those connections, whereas AJ managed, and it does talk about that. Zara talks about it a bit, where AJ managed to keep all his connections. He managed to change the vote enough to always keep the person that he was more connected with in the game. And the other guys didn't never manage to do that.
So, well, Miles and Zara are now laughing at AJ on the beach, and Zara loves a confident man.
Yeah.
I literally felt like I was like Zara was like semi turned on. She was just like, yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Did you? I mean, like she's like,
You're
I
feeling something weird.
imagine in her PTA real life, she was just like, yeah, tell me what groceries to get. It's
She
just-
likes a confident man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Sure. Sure.
it was something. So, well, it's immunity time, and that means you can discuss this while I let my cat in.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Good. So immunity at this point, like it's basically our little balance on the pegs. You got to step between them and then stack everything as high as you can. Everyone is doing really whack stacks that are on some weird angles, but Zara is slow and steady and stacking hers to perfection, straight on top of each other. Uh, Look, a lot of the there are a few false finishes. I think Kaylin came down to one to go. I think Miles came down to one to go as well before they all collapsed on those last ones. AJ was struggling, being a tall lad like myself. He was struggling to get under that bar. They added that bar as another level of difficulty, and it really did not pay dividends for anyone that's very tall. But at the end of the day, Zara came through with the win. Kaylin just missed out yet again, and Zara is pumped that she's won this immunity. She's
You,
super excited.
you know what they say: big feet, big meat.
Is that what they say?
It's the word on the street. Can't be beat.
The word of the street is can't be beat.
Could do this all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this was a Parvati special. This is a Zara by proxy. Smaller, fit female will own you on this challenge all day long.
It's good. It was good. It was and look, Miles as well. Miles has got some good balance. Miles has just almost won quite a few of these challenges. He's just been pipped to the post. Do you think for next season, obviously after Kaylin has just been so dominant this season, do you think next season they're going to be more aware of, obviously not Australia versus World, but the next newbie season of, okay, we cannot let a fit young guy get to this point in the game because he will win all the challenges? And do you think there is going to be much bigger focus on getting rid of those people next season?
Maybe I think this could turn into US Survivor early seasons. And I think that was the beginning of the end for US Survivor and getting rid of these, good looking, challenge beasts, and and then we're stuck with nerds at the end.
Well, it is funny how that sort of the meta does shift and change, but it's just he's become so dominant in these challenges, and obviously he didn't win this one, but to win 6 is like unheard of. But at the same time, it's sort of weird because it hasn't really impacted the season that much because he has always been in the majority. No one's been targeting him. It hasn't really mattered. The only thing it's done is kept other people that really desperately need it from winning it.
Yeah.
But it's never, he's not more of a target. Like, honestly, after he won 2 or 3, he's not any more of a target after winning 6 than he was winning 2 or 3. Like,
No.
it hasn't changed where he's in the game, and I don't really think it's it's changed how people see him. Because you look back at a Mike Holloway season where they were just trying to get him out, and he was winning these challenges, and they couldn't get him out, and he was riding there, and he got all the way through, and he won, and everyone was like, "Okay, we're going to reward you from getting all the way through for this." This doesn't feel like that this season at all. Like it just feels like, okay, he won again. Doesn't really matter.
Well, I think in addition to the challenge run that Mike Holloway went on, in addition to that, he's a total package. Like hanging out with him, he is a very charismatic, fun guy.
Yeah, cool.
Sometimes too fun, according to some people. I am not amongst that belief whatsoever. I think the guy's just awesome. But there are some that just like he's a lot. but yeah, no, I whereas Kalen, he is missing that fifth gear. And it's just like, he's just that. So, and especially like right now, frazzled Kalen extra sucks.
Well, it's funny because literally he just hasn't heard his name. before, and this is what happens to people on day 3 or day 4 when they get their name comes up and they go, oh my god, what's happening, right, and he's doing this on day 45 and
Yeah.
people are suddenly talking about him and he's like, oh, what do you mean what do you mean people are targeting me?
Yeah, what? They haven't targeted me before. Why are they doing it now? Now's not a good time. Now's probably the worst time. If you're going to target me, just target me early so I can go home. I've already made it to the end. Like, stop. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. So Zara wins. Kalen still feels secure because he's got a rat trap.
I like that, the little rat trap. He's placing a little rat trap. Everyone's got the same plan. Everyone's got the 2 and 2, then the revote plan. Everyone's thinking the same way, which is good. I like it.
And Zara reveals at this point she doesn't think she can beat AJ. And I'm just like, ooh, all right. This is once again not good for my guy, AJ, right here. So, but she follows with she doesn't want Kate to win that final endurance challenge because Kate is not bringing Zara to the end.
No.
You can see their like the brief conversation that they had was it was just like, so what are you thinking? Is like, doesn't matter, like, you know, like they are not working together.
Yeah, it's funny when you have those conversations with people. You're both lying to each other. You both don't want to be having this conversation because you're not in each other's plans, but you feel like you have to socially just talk to each other and be like, okay,
well,
what do you
think they just passed each other on the trail and they're like, oh, well, I can't just walk past them and not talk to them. Let me talk to them and lie to them.
Yeah, and lie to them. Exactly. It's although I don't know, Kate needed to work a bit harder with some of the other people, I think, and to start talking up end games and why she can't win, why that person's probably better off, and really start talking up. Like, she should be talking up AJ and Miles as big threats. Like, AJ and Miles, they're going to win the game. They're going to win everything.
I don't think. I think lack of game knowledge is.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think she sees, like, I think she has in her head, you know, because we saw last episode, to protect yourself, you just need to vote Morgan, and she's like, I can't do it, and she's like, well, then you go home, and she was just like,
that's door number 2. That is literally door number 2. Exactly.
And she was just like, yeah, well, I'm not doing that. And it's just like, wow, like you don't get the game.
Yeah. Well, now and then at least at this point, like, I was impressed with her at this point where she was talking on one side, she was saying, oh, yep, I'll vote Miles. And then the other side, she was saying, yep, I'll vote Kaylin. So she was sort of trying to play the middle a little bit.
Yeah. So there's a question. Come on, bro. Let's do a podcast episode, Fairplay. I don't understand what that means. Virtual Impaler. I don't understand your comment. So I'm trying. Anyway, Zara can decide who she wants in the final 4 with all the split voting. And I'm like, okay. And we go to commercial. I'm like, all right, here we go. Time for tribal. Nope, more strat chat. Kaylin must hate this episode.
I looked at the clock and there was 40 minutes left. And and I was like, hang on, what else is in this episode? I had the exact same feeling. I had the exact same feeling as well.
Like, are they going to do a reward challenge out of order?
Well, then I started thinking, well, it must go to a second round of voting or something, because there must be something else here, because they're not just going to have more conversations, but they did. They had more conversations.
Just more strat chat. There's so many people on this season that are hating every second of this. So like, why is there a second round of strat chat? You say what the plan is in the first,
and you go through it.
First strat chat, nothing changes except for AJ with a last minute decision to change it. Zara saying no, and that's where we're at.
I do think a part of this was Zara, I think in her head, talking to Miles, she's like, yeah, that actually makes sense. That's really good. I'm in. But there's just a part of her that just feels like Kate is her alternate. Like, Kate is the alternate person, and so she just can't get past that in her head. She's just like, no, I have to get rid of her. I have to get rid of her. And she convinces herself that it is the best thing to do.
And she's wanted this Kate boot for, as she's mentioned, like 4 times now. And the boys haven't gone along with her plan. So she's like, this is my fucking plan. Fuck all you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Miles is ready for an all-in big poker move, and I'm like, oh my god, please don't use poker against AJ.
He'll destroy you. Hey, what did you think of Miles? Miles threw out the nickname Emperor AJ.
I missed that. Yeah.
He said now it's time to take down Emperor AJ. I'm like, it's pretty late in the game to start be throwing around nicknames, Miles. I think you've missed that boat. I don't think it's sticking.
Yeah, no. So, well, Miles and AJ chat, and AJ's just like, just please don't be crazy. That's all. Just play the idol for yourself. Don't do anything wonky. Don't vote me out. And then we go to a confessional with Miles, and he is finally emotionally hit by this. Because
Yeah,
I'm
he's
seeing like, because
crying.
we just keep hearing him laugh and talk about, hey, it's my best friend. I'm taking out my best friend. My best friend's going home. And then I think reality hits, and he's like, oh, wait a second. I'm kind of a piece of shit for doing this right now.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. If you go all the way back to the Laura vote, right, where he ended up voting out Laura, and after that vote, the next tribal council, he was talking to Logan. He's like, "Oh, this will be really funny. I'll wear all of Laura's stuff to tribal
Yeah.
council. I'll like dress up as her." And then Logan had to say to him, "Mate, like that looks really bad. This is part of jury management is
Yeah.
not pissing off the jury. So you vote her out, blindside her, someone that you thought you were close with, and you walk into tribal council with all her stuff on. I just don't think that's a good look." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right."
And then
And so
where's
maybe he just doesn't connect those dots sometimes.
yeah, and then but he has been wearing the out like that's his
Yeah, he
kind of
has.
move. And I'm just like, stop.
Yeah, I know
Or don't
people.
if I want AJ to win. Keep doing. Hey, you know what? You should wear like Wookiee scalps on you should wear an article of everyone that you backstabbed, betrayed, and put on the jury.
Yeah, just get a little memento of them. But it is interesting, and AJ honestly doesn't see Miles coming for him, which is weird.
No.
Which is weird.
Because
Some
I can understand me and Burton on Pearl Islands. I was never
Mm.
I sent him home first, for the Drake tribe, for the Drake tribe, but then the Balboa tribe. It was never happening. Like we had a final two deal. I was
Yeah.
not gonna because I'm just like the rules of Survivor: outwit, outlast, outplay. To outlast, I don't take an 8-day vacation. Burton did. We're done. Where's me
Yeah.
money?
Yeah, it's good. Well, that's the perfect situation because he probably felt as well. He's like, "Oh, John's pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've managed just to get behind him. He's taken all the bullets, and I'm going to win." And that's what you want. You want those people that think they can beat each other in the end.
So, but then if I don't take Burton to the end, I feel like I had the two biggest goats in the history of the show, like zero chance of anyone doing anything against me, and Lil and Sandra. And for all you people Sandra stands, I get it. She has evolved into an elite player. She was not an elite player on Pearl Islands. So as long as it's not me, psychology works. But it's not her creating any of these moves. It's me allowing you to stay in the game.
But that was her superpower, John.
Game recognized game, but I destroy her in a final jury, and I really destroy Lil.
God, I wish there would have been a Sandra Fairplay final tribal council. I just want more epic battle tribal councils.
I do too. Me and Burton would have been fun. Me and Burton would have been.
That would have been fun as well.
We would have had a breakdance contest. I had the whole thing in my head.
Well, me and Mark would have been really fun. Me and Mark were definitely invested in going to the final tribal council together.
Do you think Mark would have had fun with it, or you think he would have? I feel like he would have gone and he would have done business versus.
Oh no, Mark was all business. Mark is not having fun at final tribal council. It is. He's going full diplomat mode and full. These are all the facts. This is what I did. This is this thing. I did this thing here. I did this thing here. He's like bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
Whereas in real life, he's a lot of fun, but I feel like that's off the table in that final jury deal.
Yeah. Have you seen some footage of him when he's like being a diplomat? He is he's like he's clocked in. He's like
almost he's almost like Luthor. I mean,
yeah.
I'm ready to it's going to be revealed that he's like creating this like supervillain deal, and he's pulled in all these other world leaders to financially back him. Like LexCorp is is happening, and no one sees it.
No one sees it coming, mate.
Yeah, he does.
Invisible hand all over again.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so. We're about to get a tribal, and right here is a big asterisk in my notes. I would have liked to have seen a final conversation between Zara and AJ right here. So it may have
Yeah.
been too
Oh,
revealing,
yeah.
but I feel
Yeah.
there's one conversation with all these strat chats that we get, like as Caitlin would say, just unnecessary. An entire 15 minutes of just strat chat on top of the 15 minutes we already got. I feel this one more 90-second exchange would have been I maybe too revealing. I don't care. I think I really wanted to have seen it.
Yeah. Before Zara won immunity though, why was Miles thinking like why did it not cross Miles' mind that AJ, Kaylin, and Kate could have all just got together and voted out Zara or himself? Like he kept talking about, oh, it'll be 2-2, and then Kate will vote for whoever. Kate will vote for Kaylin, and it'll be 2-2, so we can do Miles, and then we do a revote. They can't vote. Da, 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 da. I'm like, but what was stopping those three all putting their votes on someone? There was nothing stopping that. They were just convinced.
Because I think AJ was just all in on the fact that Miles would never turn on him.
Yeah, maybe. And look, it became fait accompli. Once Zara won that immunity, like AJ knew that Miles had an idol and that he was probably going to play for himself. So at that point, AJ goes, well, my only person to get out is Kate, because Kaylin is going to take me to the end and he's going to be my ride or die to the very end. So at that point, he was just thinking, okay, yeah, it has to be Kate now. It has to be Kate, and trying to get everyone onto that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very tricky.
So, well,
Yeah,
it's
he knew
time
about
for
Miles' idol. Yeah.
yeah.
Catherine Fenwick. Yeah.
So it's time for tribal. Here's our jury. Morgan has decided to leave the game and go home. That's a bad look.
Yeah, they just casually dropped that in there, didn't they?
Yeah.
JLP's just like, oh, and by the way, Morgan's left the game.
Yeah. Zero reaction. Like, I feel like there was no surprise.
No, yeah, no one was like, oh, what's happened? Right. What happened? Tell us more. No.
I feel that based on yesterday's episode, the purple edit throughout, I feel like there was a little more to Morgan than we didn't see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so as well. I think there's more. There's definitely more reasons floating around of why you're not doing your exit. You're not doing your final thoughts, and then you're not on the jury either. So there's obviously something.
Oh, are you? Oh, yeah. We didn't get our final thoughts, did we?
No final thoughts at all. So
are we getting? Or will she be on the debrief podcast? Is that?
No, she is not. She's not slated to be on the Survivor debrief exit interviews.
Should I hit her up on? I'll have George hit her up on.
Maybe George. Yeah, maybe George could interview her. Yeah, that'll go down.
Her up on the socials. So she knows what her what his ad is. She's mentioned it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's right there.
Okay. Well, sweet. All right. So everyone is just figuring out their best final two plans. Zara reveals with these two crazies, Miles and AJ, that she is A, the babysitter, and B, the office manager. And the first thing I think of when I think of Zara, other than the PTA, of course, because they remind us of this, I see her asking for a manager as opposed to being the
manager. She asks for the manager. She goes, "Oh wait, that's me."
I would like to speak to myself, please.
So, yeah, she goes up to a mirror
and yells at it. Joe, I don't think that's what happened. So
no,
that's
actually. Let's say that's not right.
Oh, yeah. So Kaylin doesn't feel like anyone should really play tonight. That would be in his best interest. I like the wishing upon. It's just like, hey, all this big move itis that everyone just this one last one where we can get it in. Let's not do it.
Yeah. Great strat.
Yes, no more stretch shots, everyone. Jeez, I hated the last 15 minutes of this episode. It's the worst. So let's see. Is it time? Is it even time to make a big move? Yeah. It could be. So well, it is time to vote, and Kaylin is AJ's ride or die. So he writes Kate. uh, I guess Kate or no,
Yeah,
sorry.
Kate writes Kaylin. Kate writes Kaylin.
Yes.
So
No, it starts with AJ. Kalen is his ride
yeah,
or die, so he writes Kate. Kalen
yeah,
writes Miles. Kate writes Kalen. Miles
yeah.
writes AJ. Comes down to the
Yeah.
Zara vote. Oh, we don't see that vote or even hear verbiage to describe because I think she just says, "Hey, I'm voting for Kate Saranara."
See you later. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're my biggest threat. Yeah.
Finally, after 4 attempts, I got you. So, yeah. So, if anyone has an idol now, I'd like to play it. Now would be the time to do so. Yes, 4th idol by Miles. Jury's loving this.
They're loving it.
So, it's so funny. Like the exact reason I think the jury may be turned off by Kalen. Conversely, they are impressed by Miles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like literally the same game.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just had that many chances being saved. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So
he's been, but see, the thing is, he's been more of a target.
yeah.
That's the difference with Miles. He's
Whereas
been
Caitlin's
targeted. Like
coasting.
no one, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no
Yeah.
one was after him.
So,
And then Kate,
well,
see you later.
Kate is Zara's vote. Zara to Miles audibly for the jury to hear. Sorry, Miles, as in this was my move. I did not go along with yours. AJ fucking dumbfounded to Miles.
Yeah.
Who did you vote for? Miles, the prick. You. AJ's reply, why? And then you just see, you literally see the
Yeah.
fucking gears working with AJ, and it's just like, motherfucker, it's on.
Yeah, it's funny when the votes were coming out and they were all single votes, and then AJ got a vote. AJ, you could see him going, "Hang on, what's happening? Oh, I get it." Then this person, and he's like, you can see him live figuring it out. It's wild.
Yeah. I mean, because like the card, like he knows the card that's supposed to be on the river, and he was like, this is not the card that's supposed to be on the
Yeah,
river. So he's
yeah,
like, I
exactly.
counted 49 cards, and there's like, this card doesn't make sense. Like, who put in a joker?
Yeah. Geordie's been here. He's been. We all know Geordie's the Joker.
I'm the joker. It's like, oh my
I'm
god.
the Joker. Say it again.
Yes.
So the other thing, I suppose we just need to discuss Zara. Is this the right move for her? Was she right in getting rid of Kate? Should she have flipped and got rid of AJ now? AJ would be out of the game. She would still be there. What are your thoughts?
I see an end game with Zara with AJ there. I do not see one with Kate there if Kate wins. Kate's gone if Kate wins the next immunity and could easily do so.
Yeah. And then Zara's, and you think then they vote out Zara?
So I think this is the play, and doing that move. I mean, I don't know how much of the next time on Survivor is a red herring, but Miles has put a huge chart. Like he fucked over his best friend. So it wasn't his number one. It wasn't his ride or die, but it was his best friend, and his best friend is hurt and pissed. And and as Miles has said, the guy with the plan.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I said during the episode when this is all happening. I turned to Rachel and I go, it could actually be better for Zara to burn Miles here and then get rid of Kate and get the boys turned against each other. And that's exactly what looks like it's going to happen, because in this situation, I think if you play this out now, you go, okay, so Kate's out of there and those two hate Miles. So then all that has to happen now is Miles doesn't win the next one. The boys are like, get rid of Miles. Miles goes home. Then it's a Zara, AJ, Kaylin final 3. And then Zara has to just win the final immunity, which is endurance, which she could win. Then she takes Kaylin to the end. And then I think she's got a chance of beating Kaylin.
She wins. Yeah.
There's no,
Kaylin's final juries. It's the worst.
Yeah. I agree. But that's that. See, the thing is, if she leaves Kate in the game and AJ's gone, then you've got probably Kate's going to get rid of Zara. Maybe she thinks she can beat Miles. There's a lot more alternates than that. Whereas this way is a lot simpler in terms of exactly what's happened. The only thing that can really screw up is if Miles wins that immunity and she goes out at 4. That's the only
Miles
thing
wins the immunity changes like that. That's
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like on the walkout, we get the continuing audio because you know we're still mic'd when we're leaving. It's just like you cheeky prick, Miles, and
Yeah.
and AJ agrees, and then AJ gives us a Omar from The Wire, but a little off. It's hard to get quotes right this deep in the game. But when you come for the king, you best not miss, except he didn't say the king part.
Yeah. Correct. Good. It is hard it's hard to get that nailed down. Or if you got to shoot the devil in the back, you better not miss. You can go with that as well. All good quotes, mate. Some people saying whether it's a final 2 or final 3 with Morgan out because the jury then can be even Steven. I think it's still definitely a final. If it's definitely still a final 2 because they've been talking about a final 2.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, if it's a tie vote, we just do a revote, and then we go to rocks.
Go to rocks for the winner. Imagine that.
I guess on the I guess it would be fire.
You go to fire. Yeah. You go to fire.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, fire for a $500,000 fire. Woof.
It represents your life in the game. I don't know.
It does, because when your fire's out, so are you when it's gone.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Zara's reaction to Kate's last dance. Oh yeah, what do you think of Kate fucking slut dropping?
I'm for it.
Yeah. I thought you would be.
I thought Kate looked great at this has been the hottest Kate episode in like 4 weeks.
Yeah. Kate, good on Kate, man. Like, I feel like she really came into her own these last couple of episodes. I feel like she really started to get the game. She started to do some things. She was open. It really helped her that she fell in with AJ, because I think AJ really helped her get through the game.
Yeah,
I think that was really good.
No, she picked a great person. AJ did sign this Brawn buff, and Miles did sign this Brains buff. So let's raise some money. The links are in the show notes. Don't forget, if you would like to win this hat and you're in America or close to it, share on the socials. Send me a screenshot of you sharing it with the links. And my Instagram.com/Jonny Fairplay or at Jonny Fairplay, no H in Johnny. And let's give away a hat. And it also includes a Johnny autograph, a King George autograph, and an Eden autograph. Holy moly, it's all happening today.
Give the people what they want, mate.
So next week, this is it. This is we have Sunday, the penultimate episode, and then the grand final.
That's it. Wow. We've only got 2 episodes left. This has really gone quick at the end.
It has. Usually it's a slog around this point. Like gameplay is kind of stopped, and I think with this cast, this might be the best final 4 we could have asked for.
Yeah, I think so. I think we dodged a lot of bullets. I think it could have been a lot worse. It could have been worse, John. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh my God, who was the skateboard guy that with the Mega Alliance?
Jesse.
Oh yeah, Jesse's here right now. Ooh.
Yeah, it could have been pretty grim. It could have been pretty, because imagine, because the Brawn had the majority. Like if they'd stick together, that would have been, I don't know, man, that could have been really rough. It would have been Kate, Morgan, Ben, Christian, Jesse. Yeah, it could have been rough. But again, that's the edit. The edit has made them look this certain way. They could actually be way more interesting.
Well, which Brains versus Brawn won. The Brawn had the majority going into the merge, and George just single-handedly took care of that plant-based Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my winner pick. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Imagine having a terrible winner pick like that, or Morgan.
I'm glad my Noonan winner pick feels real good right now.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. I'm still waiting for it. She's due to come back now.
Yes. When are they revealing the twist?
Yeah, this is the twist. This is when it does become a final three. They just say, "Oh yeah," and Noonan's back in the final three, and she walks out.
Sweet. Well, she hobbles out
Sweet.
because she rolled her ankle when they were throwing challenges.
Well,
for no
that's
reason.
true. Yeah, but yeah. There's actually been Edge of Extinction going on, and then she
Yeah.
won the final challenge and came back. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
what
with a hurt ankle and a shitty vest.
happened.
So she's actually new vest shopping right now. She just sent me a message yesterday. I'm not kidding.
Good on her. Good on her. Love it.
All right.
Well,
So with that,
okay.
at Eden Porter 1, if you're looking to chat up Eden, but if you're looking to talk Australian Survivor, of course, at Eden Porter 1, hashtag Eden Porter 1, and links to everything at realityaftershow.com, JonnyFairplay.com. I got about halfway through my cameos yesterday, so I think I have like 8 cameos left.
Oh, I should have checked my cameo requests.
Yep.
0, still in 0.
Right, still available.
Still available, ladies and gentlemen.
For prompt reply.
Form an orderly queue.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyone, single file, please. Single file. I just got a cameo request during this podcast.
There you go. Is it from me?
Yes. So with that, thank you, everybody. Subscribe, please. Like and comment. The best way to control that nasty algorithm. And until next week, bye, everybody.
See you, gang.